Hi, my name's Lex and welcome to my video. So today I'm drawing quite a character. Her name's Hel, she's a goddess, and I drew her in the Smite format. So if anybody out there is a gamer, you might be familiar with this form of her. And I don't know, I just really liked the look of her. And she's kind of a complicated character because she has two different personalities. So she has kind of a wild, mean personality, which is on the right side, our right, and yeah, that's the mean side of her, and the other side is really sweet and really nice. So she was kind of a challenge to draw because you're bringing in two very, very different personalities and different looks into one person. And there I'm using the lasso tool. I love using the lasso tool. It has a few little glitches in it. The edges usually come out really pixelated for some reason. And that's probably my least favorite part of it because in the end I have to go through and smooth them all out, and it takes me about 20 minutes or so depending on how big the drawing is. But it is good for putting down a base color. I really enjoy doing stencil art. I've actually never done it this way exactly. I used a different technique this time that was more geared towards like an actual character. Usually I do logos or emblems, but this is a real character. And I really don't do stencil art in that way much. And you can see me here struggling to draw a hand. Human hands are hard. I don't know why human hands are hard. I can draw animal paws, I can draw dragon hands, which she kind of has a dragon hand on her dark side, which is awesome because I'm better at that. But for some reason, human hands are the bane of my existence. Someday after a lot of practice, I'll be able to get a human hand without drawing it maybe 5 times. But until that day, I guess I'll just have to keep on trying. She has 4 fingers because the other one is covered up by her awesome ball of energy that she's holding. So before anybody asks, that's where it is. And you might notice that I decided to use a really weird color for the background. That's not going to be permanent. The only reason I use it is because that yellow color on her bright side is really difficult to see on a white background, and especially after you've been looking at it for so long, it almost looks like you're drawing white on white, and it's a lot easier on the eyes to have a darker background as well. So you might notice while I was drawing her that she has a major issue that I didn't notice while I was drawing her, and maybe you've already realized it, and maybe you haven't, but I'm going to challenge you to find it if you haven't. Because even while I was drawing her, it wasn't apparent to me. And I can't believe it because, like, now, as I'm watching it being drawn on the screen, I don't know. It shouldn't have happened that way. And there it is. Yes, there it is. So I made one side of her chest, or I made her entire chest way too big. It was lopsided, it didn't look quite right. And so I had to redraw that entire thing, which is a little, you know, when you're an artist, you don't particularly love redrawing things, but it's a good learning process, because you hopefully won't make that mistake twice. Because this entire drawing actually only took me 2 hours to draw, which, considering she had a major screw up, and considering she's done in a different format than I am used to, that's really not too bad. She went pretty fast, so that was nice. Yeah, I was really happy that entire arm didn't have to be redrawn. You know my problem with human hands. I was so happy I didn't have to redraw that. And that is why I love digital art. I'm actually very new to digital art. I've actually only been doing it for about 2 weeks now. And I've come a long way since the beginning. My first ones were absolutely terrible. And now I can do really realistic images as well, which is fantastic. But the nice thing about digital art is that you can move things around, you can copy and paste, you can do all sorts of things like that. Well, in traditional art, you're kind of stuck with what you have, and you'll have to redraw the entire thing. I still love my digital art, by the way. I do a lot of, or not digital, traditional. I do a lot of traditional art still too. Lately, digital has been taking up a little more of my time, but nothing will ever replace traditional for me. So I decided those little balls of energy that she's holding in her hands just weren't enough, and she needed something more because she's all-powerful. So soon I'm going to be adding really, I guess, I wouldn't exactly describe them as like fireballs, more like energy balls, because that's just kind of what she does. Goddesses have to have superpowers, you know? Really cool stuff. So forgive me, like, practicing with all these different brushes, because like I said, I'm relatively new to digital art still. So I'm kind of learning my way around. And although I came up and had a lot of problems with drawing her in the beginning, like I said, it's kind of a new way of me drawing this stencil art. I'm not used to it yet. She was really fun to put together. I really liked the duality of her character. I had a lot of fun with that. And as this comes to a close, I'm gonna thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, any questions at all, just shoot me a comment and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you.